Welcome to our weekly discussion of all things current in California politics. I'm Walt Gray. Joining us this week, Katherine Faulders, who covers Capitol Hill and politics for ABC News in Washington. Katherine, glad you're here. As far as the election coming up, don't voters want to hear about issues and fixes? Why so much nastiness? Is there some movement that the undecideds want to hear about nastiness, or do they want the issues?
Well, it's a good question. I actually can't speak for all of the undecideds who aren't going to go or who haven't decided whether they're going to go to the polls yet. But the reality of this is that you do hear a lot of that rhetoric, particularly one could say from Donald Trump, and what his advisors, at least people close to him, have told me behind the scenes, that they're hopeful that he will focus on issues and not so much those personal attacks, if you will, of his opponent, Kamala Harris. So does that resonate with voters at the end of the day? I guess we have to see when voters go to the polls in November. But it's also worth pointing out that in recent polling, the race is in a dead heat. Harris does lead in some of those battleground states, but Trump still is ahead on some of those issue areas like immigration, like the economy. And while one could argue that he hasn't particularly provided any specifics on those things, what he would do about immigration, what he would do about the economy, the reality is that Harris is playing a bit of catch up there. Now, Harris is rolling out policy plans and is talking to voters in specifics about the economy and immigration and in those issue areas. But to your point, the question is, does that resonate with voters? I think you'll see a lot more of that in the coming days throughout this sprint to November.
California politics is used as sort of a punchline by many people across the country, national candidates. How is California viewed from Washington?
Well, that's a good question. It depends who you ask, right? We have in Washington a House of Representatives that's controlled by Republicans. We have, of course, the Senate is controlled by Democrats. So, yeah, I think California politics comes into play on a number of national issues, if you will. You remember the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, is from California, and she still is very close with Democratic leadership in the House side. We know, so there's a lot of discussions as it relates to that.
Katherine Faulders from ABC News. Katherine, thank you. Have a good rest of your weekend.